Two-time WWE Hall of Famer and former world champion Hulk Hogan, whose real name was Terry Gene Bollea, died Thursday at the age of 71, according to his family. "It is with a heavy heart and deep sadness that we confirm we have lost a legend," his family said in a statement on social media. "May we all take solace in the wonderful memories he left behind for the millions of fans worldwide whose lives he touched for more than 4 decades. The family statement followed confirmation of Hogan's death by police in Clearwater, Florida, and World Wrestling Entertainment. WWE is saddened to learn WWE Hall of Famer Hulk Hogan has passed away, the company said. One of pop culture's most recognizable figures, Hogan helped WWE achieve global recognition in the 1980s. WWE extends its condolences to Hogan's family, friends, and fans. The Clearwater Police Department and Fire Department responded to a call for cardiac arrest just before 10 a.m. and took Hogan to Morton Plant Hospital, where he was pronounced dead, police said. Hogan was experiencing a serious medical-related issue, and there are no signs of foul play or suspicious activity, Clearwater Police Department Major Nate Burnside said during a press briefing on Thursday. His death remains under investigation, Burnside said. Hogan began his professional wrestling career in 1977 and featured prominently in World Wrestling Federation, now known as WWE, World Championship Wrestling, and Impact Wrestling, but it is run with the WWE in the 1980s that propelled him and the company to the cultural zeitgeist. Hogan is widely credited for helping to turn professional wrestling from a regional attraction to a mainstream phenomenon in the 1980s. In the squared circle, he was the larger-than-life Hulk Hogan, the classic good guy, known as a face in wrestling terminology, who encouraged children to eat their vegetables and say their prayers as he grappled the villains known as heels. He became champion on 6 different occasions with the WWE. "What you gonna do when Hulkamania runs wild on you" was one of his more popular catchphrases, and he, as the Hulkster, would put a hand behind his ear to hear the roar of the crowds. Hogan, including his signature leg drop and 24-inch pythons, were synonymous with WrestleMania, the annual extravaganza put on by WWE. The Immortal One, as the character of Hogan was known as, headlined the first on March 31, 1985, alongside his tag team partner, Mr. T, and defeated Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff and Rowdy Roddy Piper. The first WrestleMania led to an infamous confrontation in March 1985 between Bollea and actor Richard Belzer, who was hosting Hot Properties. Bollea and Mr. T were promoting their upcoming bout, and Bollea placed Belzer in a headlock to prove that wrestling wasn't fake. Belzer momentarily passed out and was injured. Belzer sued Hogan for injuries over the incident. The suit was settled in 1990. Hogan would appear in 10 WrestleMania matches and featured in the main event 8 times. Hogan parlayed his wrestling appeal by becoming a cultural icon himself, appearing on TV shows such as Saturday Night Live, The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson, and the short-lived series Thunder in Paradise, which co-starred his longtime friend and manager, Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. He also starred in movies like Rocky III and Mr. Nanny. Hogan left the WWE in the mid-90s and joined rival promotion WCW. However, the once adoring fans dubbed Hulkamaniacs began to boo his heroic persona. Hogan changed the industry once again with his transformation to the evil Hollywood Hogan character. In 1996, for the first time in his illustrious career, the character of Hogan was now a villain, the leader of the faction New World Order in WCW. Hogan returned to WWE in 2002 and faced off against Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson at WrestleMania X8, with the fans cheering him on once again. Hogan's dip in popularity was not just limited to the arenas. His image took a battering in 1994 when the federal government accused WWE Executive Chairman Vince McMahon of illegally giving performers anabolic steroids. Hogan testified that he took steroids but denied doing so at McMahon's direction. McMahon was ultimately acquitted. Hogan was once again in the news in 2012 when Gawker published a sex tape involving Hogan and a friend's then-wife. Hogan sued for invasion of privacy and won a $140 million judgment by a jury in June 2016 and settled with the company for $31 million. Hogan was previously embroiled in another scandal when a 2007 recording of him making racist remarks and saying the N-word were made public in 2015. Bollea was fired from the WWE and temporarily removed from the WWE Hall of Fame. Hogan apologized for his use of the slur, telling Good Morning America in 2015 that he wanted his fans' forgiveness. "I'm not a racist, but I never should have said what I said. It was wrong. I'm embarrassed by it. But But I added that people need to realize that you inherit things from your environment, and where I grew up was South Tampa, Port Tampa, and it was a really rough neighborhood, very low income, and all my friends, we greeted each other saying that word. He was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2005 for the first time as an individual performer and again in 2020 as a member of the NWO. Despite his retirement, he continued his connection to the sport that made him famous. He was reinstated by the WWE in 2018 and hosted WrestleMania 37 alongside WWE superstar Titus O'Neil in 2021. Hogan announced his engagement to yoga instructor Sky Daly in July 2023, and the two married in September 2023. He took the stage at the Republican National Convention in July 2024 to endorse President Donald Trump, a longtime friend. He ripped his shirt off in famous fashion and revealed a Trump Vance 2024 t-shirt below. "It's not just me. I've known that man for over 35 years, and he's always been the biggest patriot, and he still is, brother. He's always told you exactly what he thought, and he still does, brother. No matter the odds, he always finds a way to win." In a statement on the death of his great friend, Trump said Hogan's electric speech was one of the highlights at the RNC. Hulk Hogan was MAGA all the way. Strong, tough, smart, but with the biggest heart. He entertained fans from all over the world, and the cultural impact he had was massive. McMahon remembered Hogan as the greatest WWE superstar of all time who gave everything he had to the audience. He was a trailblazer, the first performer who transitioned from being a wrestling star into a global phenomenon. The former WWE chairman and CEO said that his grit and unbridled thirst for success were unparalleled and made him the consummate performer. Hogan was married 3 times, first to Linda Bollea from 1993 to 2009. The former couple had 2 children, Brooke and Nick. Hogan married Jennifer McDaniel in 2010, but they filed for a divorce in October 2021 after 11 years of marriage. Hogan is survived by his 2 children and wife Sky Daly.